Hello friends, welcome back to IT Kabul channel. So in the previous lecture we have created here a navigation bar as well as here a home section. So let's see the code. You can see here we have created navigation bar, and now we are going to add a background and we are going to organize all of these page. So let's go and start coding. So in here, before I start coding, I'll first organize this code. So I will write here navigation bar. You can see I have create the code of navigation, so that's why I have write in comment navigation bar, because I want my code to be understandable. Then in here I will write navigation bar img and logo, because I have created here a logo and logo image. Then in here I will write navigation bar less styling, because I have added CSS in here to navigation bar. The next that we have here is H primary. So for this I will write a utility class. In utility class we create CSS design for button, heading 1, heading 2, and we bring the element center. So all of these things we write in utility class. So now we have a home. So let's organize the elements of this home. As you can see, these elements are not organized: heading, button, all of these things. So I will say I will first of all write a comment here, home section. Then I will say home, and I will set the display to flex. Display flex. Why flex? Because flex box allow the element to be organized automatically, depends upon the size of the screen. So I will set the flex direction, flag column. Then I will add a padding 3 pixels from top and bottom, and from left and right. So let me show you. First of all, I will delete all these. Control S. Let's see the changes. Why? Because we have to open this with live server. Okay, now we will come here. We have to write here home. I forgot, right? So now let's see the changes, and here you can see the changes now. Now we will add a padding 3 pixels from top to bottom and 200 pixels from right to left, because we want to bring them in the center. Control S, and here you are. Now the next thing that we need to add a justify and align item. Justify content center and align item center also. Control S. Let's see now, and here you are. So these things are organized. Now let's come for the background. Now it's time to insert the background for the home section. So I will say here home, and before I will use pseudo selector. So content empty. What we need, position absolute, next width 100%, height also 100%, then background. For now I will add a blue, then I will change the background, background blue. Let's see, and you can see background is added in the home section. Now let's bring the text back in front of the page. So to bring that, we will use z index to -1. Let's see now, and here you are. And let's add up opacity also, opacity 0.30, Control S now, and you can see. So what I will do here, I will add a background here. Okay, I will add a image in the background. So I'll just say here URL, why URL is not coming? Now URL will come, URL, and double dot, then I will say background. I will select double dot. Why? Because I want to go to the backgrounds folder. Then I will write this, I will select this bg.jpg, Control S. Let's see, background is added, but I want another background, bg1. bg1 is added. So now this background is displayed, and let's say here no repeat, center and cover, Control S. Let's see now, and you can see it's organized now. So let's decrease the opacity to 89. Let's see now. Let's decrease it a little bit, 80, and now it's okay. So now background is also added. Now what we need here, we need to increase the size of this home section. You can see welcome, but welcome heading is near to navigation. So I want to bring them in the center. So I will increase the size of home section. I will add a height to 400 pixel, Control S, and now it looks better. So now let's come for the heading and these paragraph and button. So first of all, I will write a code for this home. Sorry, for this heading. You can see heading. So I will write here another class also, center, in order to bring it in the center. And I will write for the In here I will write as utility class here dot center text align center. The next that we need here, I will write home h1 color to white. Let's see now, color is changed to white. Let's change the color of this paragraph. So I will simply say home p color white. So color is changed to white. What we need here next, we need to add a font size also. We need to increase the font size of this paragraph. So I will write here in paragraph. First of all, I will write here, I will add a class here, class center. Same for this paragraph also, class center. Sorry, class is equal to center. Control S. Now let's come to the CSS part and add a font size 1 rem. So let's see. Let's see now, 1 rem. Let's change it to 2. Oh, so I think 1 is enough. 1.2. That's enough. And what I will do, I will change the style a little. So I will delete this paragraph. Control S. Sorry. Now it's come. You can see I have deleted some elements from here. So you can see the size have changed to V type, a little bit stylish. So all these are finished. Let's come to the button. So button, where I have should I write code for button? I have to write code in utility classes. So I will just say here dot btn. First of all, what font size 1.5, then border reduce to 10 pixel, then padding from top to bottom 5 pixel, and from left to right 20 pixel. Let's see, and button is added here. Now let's make this 6. Yes, and let's change this to 25, and also let's add a border 2 pixel, solid brown. Control S. Border is added. Let me zoom it for you guys. As you can see, border is added. Now let's add a background for this order now. So I will add a background red. Then let's change this red. Let's see now. So let's change the background. Okay, let's see now. So this good. So now let's come to the font size. Let's change the font size to 1 rem. We have forgot to write rem, guys. 1 rem is, I think, equal to 16 pixel. Okay, so you can see rem is also added. So I think button is also designed. One thing more that we need here, let's change cursor to pointer. Cursor is changed to pointer. Now what we need next here, so I think home part is finished. So let's start with services. Let's add here services here in this part. So for that we need to go back to the HTML part, and in here I will write what section, and I will provide ID for the section services container. Inside this container I will write heading 1. So I will say h1 dot h primary dot center, and I will say our services. Control S. Let's see now. You can see services is added. Why it come into the center? Because in the utility class here we have set the center, we have set the text align to center. These centers belongs to this center here, this one. So we have set the center text align to center. That's why our text is in the center. So let's add some more elements here. Inside this I will create another div, and I will add an ID for this services. Inside this services I will add another div, and I will give a class for this div box, and inside this box I will add a img. So in the img I will add a img slash 1.png. Let me show you 1.png. So in the img, this photo I will add it here. These pictures. So you will watch it later after adding in the box. So let me show you guys. That picture is, I think, added, but it's not organized. Now let's add a paragraph for this also. So I will add a paragraph and I will write here, before adding paragraph I will add a heading to h2.h secondary, because it is h2, that's why we add a secondary dot center, and here I will say food or ordering. Control S. Now let's come here and let's add a paragraph here. Before adding a paragraph I will come here and choose this one, lorem 34. Control S. So now by the help of CSS I will organize this picture. So let's see how I organize these pictures. In the CSS I will come here, so here I will write our services. Now in our services, what I will write here, I will write services. First of all I will set the display to flex, display flex, display flex, and add a margin also, 10 pixel. So after services, what else? Let's come for the box. In the box section I will add a border for this. I can just directly call the box here, box like this, box, and I will add a border in the box, border 2 pixel, solid brown. You can see border is added. Now after border here, what else we have here? We have a inside this we have a image. So let's decrease the size of the image. So I will write here dot box. Inside box we have img, and I will say width or height 140 pixel. So you can see it's now organized, and I have said before that we have directly called this by just adding dot box, but we can do also if we write here services dot box. Same in here also, services dot box, because you will know that this CSS code belongs to this section. It will be a little bit understandable. So and as you can see there is no changes have been come. Now let's bring this our services in the bottom. So to do that I will just write here in the home section here I will say top 0 pixel and left 0 pixel. Next let's add this. I will just copy this, copy this, Ctrl S. Let me show you guys. I will add it here also. Then where else we need to add? We need to add it in the navigation bar also. Ctrl S. So why it's not organized? So what I will do here, I'll just come here and home section. First of all I will increase the size of home. Yes, so I think it's enough. Let me see here. So let's decrease the pseudo selector also. So here I will decrease the height. Now I will just copy this and add in here. Ctrl S, as well as I think 551 pixel. And here where is five 51 pixel, and I think I have decreased the size of navigation bar. I will change this back to 100 and I'll set the navigation before 298. Control is now. Oh. What's the problem now? %. Control S. So now it's okay, it's organized. Okay. So what we have did here, we have decreased the size of this nav before to 98%, and also we have added here top 0, left 0. And the next that we have oh sorry, I have to do it to 100%. Control S, here 100, and we will change this to 98. Here we have to change this one to 98 pixel. Let's see now. Yes, it's good now. It's I think it looks better. So now let's come to the services part. let me tell you guys that I have added here also top 0, left 0, and I have changed here the home to 98 pixel, 98%. So let's bring this picture into the center. So to bring any element in the center, I have said in my previous lectures that we must follow 3 condition. So I will come here, where is IMG. The first condition was we have to add a height and width. I have given here height. The next is we have to add a we have to set the display to block, display block, and the third one, margin should be auto. Control S now, and you can see margin is added, and picture is added in the center. Now let's add a let's copy this code, this section, this box section. So I will just select this and copy this. I will paste it here one more time, and second time also I will paste it. Control S. Let's see now. You can see 3 boxes are added here. Now let's make them looks better. So I will just come to the CSS part. In the box, first of all I will add a margin. I will add 7 pixel from top to bottom and 7 pixel from left to right. And margin is added. The next that we need to add here, a border radius. So I will add here border radius also, border radius, border bottom, add border radius to 25 pixel. Let me show you, border radius is also added here. Now let's give a class for this paragraph to center. So I will just select all of these paragraph here, and I will say send class center, and one more also for here. I will just copy this. And I will write it in the first paragraph. Control S now, and I will right click here. I will say format document. Now you can see it's formatted. Okay, again I will zoom in. Control S. Okay, what we need here, we need to add a padding also, margin and padding. So I will add a padding for the padding also, 10 pixel. I will add padding here also, 10 pixel. Okay, now let's add a margin for head for this food ordering. So what I need to here I need to add a CSS part utility class here. I will copy this and I will paste this, and I will just simply change this H primary to H secondary. Control S. Now as you can see, so let's change the size here to 2 rem. So I think 2 rem is okay, and padding is also added. So I think it looks better. Now what we need to add here, so I have to change the background of this, the border of this button to white or gray. So I'll just simply come here to, I'll say so now it looks better. So we have done with the services part. Now what we need here, we need to add here our clients. We need to add here our clients. So for that I will come back to HTML part, and in here in this section again I will add a section and provide a class for this section. I will say client section, or I can say client container also. Now in here again we need to add h1 dot h primary dot center, and I will write here our client. Control S. Let's see, our client is added. So inside this again I will write div dot client, or I will add an ID for this client. Then inside this client I will add another div dot client item. Okay, so inside this client item I will add an image, img. So from img I will select here let me see the folder. So I will select here img slash logo 1. Control S. Okay, Control S. Now let's see. Okay, so it's added. Now let's design this also. So I will say client container. First of all I will write here in the comment services section is completed. Now we will write here our client. Dot container. I will set the display to relative position, position relative. Then what we need to come here, then what we have here in the client. So client, again dot client, or I can just say client. I will set the display flags. So let me show you guys. We have set what we need to do here. Now then client item, and the client item. So we will come for the client item. For right now I will say client item. In the client item dot client, client item, we have img, and I will say add a width for this 120 pixel. Let's see now. Why 120 pixel, and in here next client item, and I will set justify item, content center, align item center. Let's see why it's coming here. Okay, why it's not coming here? So I will just copy this too, and I will add it direct. I will add it in img part. In here I will add it. Let's see now. It's working very slow. My piece is working very slow. I don't know. Let me add it back into the VRS. So I will see here where is the problem, why it's not coming in the center. I want this logo in the center in anyhow any cost. So I will just bring this. I will say here, and I will delete this. Let's see now. It's in the center now. Let's add a, let me delete this. So let's add a padding here. 70 pixel. Now let me add more pictures. So what I will do here, I will just copy this, copy and paste it. 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4. So second, this one is for third one, and this one is for fourth, number 4. And as you can see, pictures are added. And I will close this. I will open back this here and open with live server. Open with live server. Now let's add some padding and margin. Margin 5 pixel, 4 pixel, and from left to right 10 pixel. Oh. Control S, margin is added. Let's add some more margin here. I think I have to add the padding also here. So padding is added. I'll just simply delete this. So as you can see, oh my god, oh, what's the problem now? Control S. Okay. And here I will also add margin 10 pixels. Okay, now let's add a background for this. So again I will come to the client and I will just simply copy this, and I will here add right here before. So what I will do here, I have to copy this and I will just paste it in here. I will remove this to Control S. Let's see now, and let's change the background. We have a let me see here. I will just change this to img, and in here we have a I think background, and I will simply change this to bg. Okay, bg is added. Let's decrease this to 30 opacity. Now client part is also finished. Let's come and add here a form. So to add a form here, we will just come here so I will come here and add I will say section for. So first of all I will add a footer here. Footer. In the footer I will write a def dot center, and in here I will say copy copyrights copy, and I will select this www.it-kabul.com, and here I will say all rights reserved. Control S. Let's see now. Let's see. Okay. Let's add a padding also here. So I will say footer padding 5 pixel and 20 pixel, and let's add a background here also. Background black, and let's change the color white also. Let's change the font size to 1 rem. Now it looks better. So thank you so much.